Hello everyone, welcome back to the stock market intraday learning channel Basu and Intraday Guide. So this time I've come up with a different strategy. So before starting with that, let's start with a disclaimer as usual. So all the content provided in this video is solely for general interest and educational purpose only. All viewers should seek the expert opinion before acting on anything shown in this material. All the information provided here is solely for my personal view, and I am not responsible for any miscommunication or any misinformation or any problems aroused by this video. Yeah, with that disclaimer, let's start our session. But before that, I just want to spend a minute of my time in letting you guys know what I have observed in the last few weeks while in contact with many people. So the first major thing what I have seen is uh, people in their busy schedule, they are not kind of willing towards the learning of market. So that is a very wrong thing what I seen with the people. So one thing I just want to tell you guys very clearly that if you are not willing to learn the market, and if you are really just wanted to make money with the calls given by someone, then mark my words, guys. You are not going to succeed in the market. Better drop the idea here if you are not having that much time to learn the market. Better drop the idea and save your money. So with that observation was what I found. What I found in the recent days. Let's start with the strategy. Okay. Fine. So many people are asking me they have entered a trade, and they don't know when to come out of the trade. So this is like a very common question from the people, they were asking me every time. So I just thought of answering this question with a very basic method what I used to follow many times. Okay, so without any complicated formulas. So just by just spending some time in looking the history of a particular stock, you can easily tell when you can come out of a stock. Okay, so this one I personally use it a lot. Let us quickly go through what exactly that method is. Okay, so let me go through a spreadsheet here wherein I'm having the details of stock, which is this Biocon from 1st June to 3rd July. So I just prepared this just to let you guys know that what exactly we are trying to talk here. So this strategy is nothing but a simple, very simple strategy wherein you will find the difference of a particular day's high and low, which is, so you can see this on 1st of July it is 26.8. So similarly on the next day it is like 22.65. So what I have observed since years is, in a non-news or a totally a non-trendy day, so all the shares will be moving in a particular range. So you can see this. So when I just look for this Biocon range, so it ranges from 26.8, 22.65, 120. So this might be a day wherein there might be some news, so it varied so much. But other than that, you can see it is ranging around some 27, 11, 17. So it will be having different readings. So what I've seen in the past is, like when you overall look at the average of the high difference between highs and lows, so you will get a number. So in this case it is like a 19.8. Okay, so this is the number which you should track carefully, and when you're on this stock, you should always target around this number. Okay, so I will in the next few minutes I will exactly tell you what exactly I'm trying to tell here. Okay, so similarly you can see this. I'm now looking at VDL numbers. So you can see this. I'm looking at 1st June number, and the difference between high and low is 11.9. So it is almost 12 points difference between high and low. So similarly, I just calculated. I just take an average of this for 2 months. So all the data here is of 2 months, and when I take the data, it is coming out to be 7.08. So similarly, my observation is that all the shares will be having their different this average values, but they are like almost all the shares are very near to each other. So just for example, like I've taken just to get you more details on this, I've taken few more stocks like 7 to 8, which were like a top in my sheet. I've just taken those. So you can see this DLF is making an average of 6.80 per day. So this is nothing but the difference between average difference between your high and low price of a stock. Okay, so similarly I've taken Tata Com, BPCL, Gale, Arvind, Voltas. Okay, so let's look at the results tab. So here I've just segregated everything and I've shown you what exactly I mean to say. So whatever the averages what we were seeing in the earlier sheets I've shown here. So you can see Biocon was having an average high and low difference of around 19.84, and similarly VDL is having 7.08, DLF was 6.8, and similarly all the shares are having their averages. And midway stock prices, this is nothing but out of these many days I have taken it at somewhere midway, so that even if the share had moved one way, it won't I'm picking the midway mid point for just for calculation purpose. Okay, so in this case you can see so the stock somewhere started around 666, and it is like a continuously in a one way fall, and it is now standing at 581. So if I calculate, if I take either 666 or 518, and it could be a one way number, so I just thought of taking some value in between, and I've taken exactly in between for all the shares here. Okay, so here you can see I have taken 619 for this uh, stock price. Okay, so with this what we will do is, what we will now coming to a point is, uh, we'll take a percentage out of it. That means for this much stock, how much percentage movement it will become. So when I see that, so it will be like a 3.21 percentage. So meaning Biocon is moving on an average 3.2 percentage every day between high and low. Okay, so similarly you can see this for VDL it is 3.02, and DLF it is 3.6, and Tata Motors 2.95, BPCL is 3, and Gale is 2.94, and 3.16 for Arvind, and 3.08 for Voltas. So overall for these stocks, the average is coming towards the number is 3.12. So that means so just let me quickly tell you again what exactly that 3.12, if you just to make you very clear about that. So for example, if a stock is opened at 100, and by chance it made a low of again 100 the same, there is a chance for that on a non-news day or a non-trend day, that it will make a high of this much. From there, there is a tendency of it coming back to and close somewhere in between 100 and 103.12. So the difference between high and low is this much. So this is in percentage. Okay, so 3.12 is in percentage. So the theory behind this, or why I picked this particular topic, is because many people were asking me, sir, I have entered the stock without knowing anything, so when to exit that. So this can be like a very easy thing for you to just calculate for a minute, and come out saying like what is your target there. Okay, so with that let me quickly show you an example of let me take today's example. But before that, I just want to make sure that you can see this lowest percentage and highest percentage. Out of six or out of seven or eight stocks here, I am hardly getting 3.6 on the higher side and 2.94 in the lower side, meaning all the shares will be generally moving in between these ranges. So saying, let me like put it in a different way. So if a share, whatever the share is, generally they will be moving from 2.94 to 3.6 percentage of their value, okay, on each day. So there might be this might be like a somewhere 2 percentage also, but that will happen in a very rare scenario, and 3.6 may become like a 10 or 12 during if there is any news for that. But on an ideal day, on an ideal flat day, this will be the percentage. So in this calculation it is around 3.12, but as I just prepared this sheet for your reference, and the old data which I researched from years says me the study will be like the percentage of the stocks, if we include more number of stocks here, then it will be like 2.88. So this is the standard number which I have found. Okay, so the learning from this lesson, from this strategies. So let's quickly go through a live example, or today's example. So any share which I can pick. So yeah, I'll pick VDL today because I traded in that. So let me show you how exactly it works. Okay, so here I'll just come here and I'll type in VDL. So let me show you how exactly this works. So generally our tendency is like when the share, generally people what I seen is the first candle whatever it has made somewhere here, when it crosses, the people will be having a tendency to buy it. So in this case, probably you might have bought it around this price, which is like a 217.15, because it broke a high of 216.15, which it had made in the first 10 minutes. Okay, so once you are buying this at this level 217.5, so already it made a low of somewhere here, which is, you can see this, so here, which is a low of 215. Okay, so after 215 you waited for 217.5, and you bought the share at this range, or at this value 217.5. so what it says is, so for BDL it says like the average movement from a day high and day low is 7.08. So as per this, so when I'm buying it at like a 217, 217.5, I should look for a value of around that value, wherein it makes 7 rupees from its low. So its low was 215 and its high will be like around 222. So if you are buying a stock somewhere here, so for this share you will be targeting that 222 range. So somewhere here it got exited, and by then you will come out. And after that, yeah, it went a bit higher, but that doesn't matter, because we are strictly following our like our strategies, or it is just a discipline what we need to follow. So as soon as I get that 222, I'll be coming out. So this is a very simple thing, very simple formula for you guys to exit out without seeing any of the data. Okay, very small calculation by which you can come out. And again I'm mentioning that this theory applies only to the days when there is no news about any of the stocks. I mean, of the stock which you are trading in. So, whenever there is no news, then you can trade with this one. So, and whenever there is a very high trend, or there might be a trend in the index, then you are not supposed to trade it. So, you should do this whenever there is no trend, or whenever there is no news. Okay, so with that, I think we are done with this session. So please ping me if you need any help. Okay, so if you need any clarifications, you can just ping me. on my number 7. Just a minute. So okay, I think I will just give it in the description itself, so that you can just ping me if you need anything. So please make sure that you like the video and share it to the people whom it is required. So as I earlier mentioned, it is a very simple theory and a very simple way on the which I have created on the behavior of the stocks in the past, how much it moves, and what is its importance. Okay, yeah, please share the video. Please share the video and like it, and yeah, subscribe to my channel if you already haven't done. Thank you. Bye bye.